Howdy, welcome to PowerWash Simulator, where today we're going to be doing the Clean the Van level. Great news, finally found a van for you at the auctions under your budget. Don't freak out when you see it. It looks like it's been dredged from the bottom of a lake, but that's a good thing. It means no one else bid on it. They missed out. Underneath that hideous layer of gunk is your perfect workhorse. Engine's a dream, no rust, there's even equipment in the back. Just needs a good hosing down and you're in business. You'll certainly earn your pressure washing stripes getting this thing clean. So in addition to the level itself, I'm going to be trying to get all the achievements just because they add a little bit of a challenge to some of the levels, if not all of the levels, I'm not sure, haven't gone through them all. But in this particular level, they want you to clean the entirety of the van using the highest pressure nozzle that you have, which is the red one. Get this out of the way, I don't use this tool too much. So that unfortunately means the least amount of cleaning area, but it is also the most effective cleaner that we have right now, so we got a little bit of a trade-off going on. I usually start from the top and work my way down, so we'll go with that. The good thing about this game that I enjoy is that there's no rush, so we have all the time in the world, and we're gonna need that kind of patience when it comes to cleaning the entirety of a van with this little pinpoint of a nozzle. There's not going to be any point in trying to rush. It's going to require a little bit of accuracy and a little bit of patience, which I certainly have. Already 3% done. Can you believe it? We are on a roll. We are absolutely demolishing this thing. Get a little bit of this repetitive action going. It's a little bit easier with the wider nozzles because you can sweep back and forth and get a pretty good area going. Kind of overlapping to make sure you get all the areas that you missed, but when you got this small of a nozzle, it's kind of difficult to work with. See, and even there I missed some stuff. I'm going to try my best to avoid using the fine dirt, just because I feel like that'll ruin the aesthetics of the game if I use it too much. Just this blinding color kind of defeats the purpose of the grime, of the dirt here. Because the satisfaction comes from cleaning, right? Taking all this junk off here and revealing. Like, I'm really impressed with how well this works on most levels. It looks like you actually get a little bit more bang for your buck the further away it is, so there's that. But like, it looks so gross, and you're thinking, this is kind of dull, I don't really like looking at this, but as you undo it, like that dark, dull blue underneath all that grime gives way to this beautiful, vibrant blue, and I just really appreciate that. It's present in all the levels so far. I got a little bit of a head start, and that's kind of what inspired me to make this video series, because I was just doing it after work, and I was like, this is kind of fun. I mean, it's an easy way to relax, no pressure, no stress, just enjoying the inherent beauty of a mundane task. I forgot where I was going with that, but that's okay. I figured I would go ahead and make some videos on it. Maybe help somebody else relax. Maybe they enjoy watching this kind of thing, you know? Something low-key, something chill, something not stressful to create after work. Something I can relax to. Sort of relax together sort of vibe. Something chill. There's enough stress in the world, and there's enough stress in all the days, I'm sure. But here in this little world, we just power wash things. That's it. We make the world a better place. just by doing as we do. I think we mostly got it. There might be a spot here or there. And it looks like it's all connected in the body. So that's another thing I like to do. I like to be a little meticulous about it. I like to make sure I get every part of the thing clean before moving on. Just because it's one of those things where if you miss it, you could spend a while looking for what you missed if you're not certain that you got it all. So I still miss things, but I try to take my time. I also noticed they got like a gnome. They got like a gnome in every level. So maybe we'll have a little fun with that. Maybe we'll place it somewhere at the end of, like just before the end, we find it at home. Who knows? For now, oh, that's the door. I'd like to continue with the body. And I'm also kind of feeling things out. I think when I tried making videos before, I was trying too hard to be entertaining. And it's not that I have anything against being entertaining, it just didn't feel quite so genuine. And I feel like I would be more entertaining if I could get sort of my bearings and just come about it naturally. Some of my observations. I think that's where the strength in this lies. So like I said, not too much pressure after work, not too much pressure to do anything necessarily, just having fun with it, seeing where it goes. And of course, anyone watching, they'll help set the vibe too. It's looking good, ladies and gentlemen. This is not quite as tedious as I thought it would be, so I'm grateful for that. When I initially had the idea to do all of the challenges and 100% the game, there are a lot of levels, there are a lot of different challenges, but something like this in particular seems like it could be rough. Just because, like, am I going to have the patience to sit through it? Is the audience going to have the patience to sit through it? Like, how long is it going to take compared to how long it would take if I didn't do the challenge? Those are the sort of thoughts that could ruin something good for yourself. Overthinking, never a good thing. So here we are, just doing our best, like no one ever was. To wash vans, that's the real test. And who knows why we do it, we can't really fake a cause here. Power wash. Gotta wash it, it's you and me. Could be our destiny. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop before I get copyright striked. I know that was a very realistic rendition of the song. I know that everyone's like, was that him? Was that the guy that sang the song originally? And the answer to that is, I don't know, you tell me. It was pretty uncanny. People might say, no, that was satire. And I would say, can you prove it? Can you prove that it wasn't just a direct rip off? Oh my goodness. That's why I try not to be too entertaining. That's when I start making a fool of myself. We'll go ahead and get the light. We'll get the cheeky light. We'll go ahead and pop that on there. We've got some doors. Mostly going to be focusing on the body for now. We can come back to the doors. And sometimes it's nice to get it as you go. It'll depend on the day, but since we're doing this itty bitty stream of water, I think for now I'm going to focus on the body. It looks like we're about done with it, so maybe this is the last. Maybe this is our last little go ahead. 2 stars already. We are booking it, man. We're almost halfway done. Starting to get the hang of this. A little wobble in my gaze. Oh, got to be a little bit more of a wobble. Got a little nervous once I pointed it out. It started to exaggerate itself. As always, this beautiful blue is poking through. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed by how they managed to do stuff like that. It's very satisfying. They really captured the feeling of being a power washer. Except it probably goes a lot quicker and probably makes a little more money than, and you get to go to some fantastical places compared to the run-of-the-mill places, you know? Not just in the suburb area doing the same sidewalks. You go places, you do things. It almost gives you this sort of fantasy, like, man, I wish I could just power wash stuff all day, every day. But I noticed, in my experience with pressure washing, it can be a little more challenging. Like, for instance, I don't know how much I would trust putting a 0% nozzle on a van. I'm lucky that I don't have to think about it here, but I feel like you could damage the paint. I know this is especially true with concrete. If you have too much pressure on there, you can erode the top layer and make it'll look clean, but it damages the concrete. Maybe that's not a big... We'll go ahead and get the other brake light. We'll get its friend, since we've already got that one. Is still the body up there? Sometimes it feels like it actually helps to clean up everything as you go. That way you can differentiate between, like, where does the body stop, where does the door start. Additionally, we'll go ahead and get this edge, because that's where a lot of grime likes to hide, on the edges where you can barely see it, particularly the stubborn stains. We don't want any of those to ruin our progress. And see, like that. That looks like it could be dirt. In fact, some of it was dirt, but other parts... Could it just be tricky? Ah, yes, it's just hiding under the edge. I'm not sure how meticulous to be, but like I said, we're doing the narrow nozzle, so it's hard to... Like, if I just leave all the little dirt, then eventually all that little dirt will add up. And instead of being like 0.001, it'll actually be 0.01. And I don't know what the cutoff is. I don't know how much I can ignore. So for now, we'll just go for what we know. Go for what we see for sure. See, like this here, that's the windscreen. Oh, nope, that's the body that I'm looking at. That's still the body. Is this the body? This is the body. Okay. So literally just around the door. Is this the body? Wow. Turns out a lot of the vehicle is considered the body. A lot more than I was giving it credit for. Even that in there is the body. We got the light by accident. I mean, we'd have to get it eventually. There's no harm, no foul. I just wasn't intending to just yet. There's a removals van outside my nightmare neighbor's place. They're finally going. Whoever moves in there is going to need a quality pressure washer. Can't imagine who that would be. Here, that's a little tricky. You might not notice under the bumper. Sometimes you really got to get in there. That license plate will mask some grime like nothing else. Oh, that's the door. Don't need to worry too much about that. Maybe under the door here. Making some good progress. Already 63% done. Most of it was, in fact, the body. There we have it. The body's done. Now we can take it side by side. I'll take the door first. Just because I guess the door handle maybe. Sometimes they separate it, sometimes they don't. Good. Is the door handle good? Yep. Go ahead and get the window while we're here. I've noticed that windows are also quite stubborn. Not that it matters since we've got the highest pressure nozzle right now, but just an observation. We also have hubcaps. One of the things they like to do in this game is make all the metal rusty. Not that that matters since we have the highest pressure nozzle, or maybe it does depending on the pressure washer we're using. We do actually earn money, as you can see in the top right. So there is a store where we buy things. Most of them are upgrades. There are some cosmetics. But obviously, I think what we're going to do is probably prioritize the pressure washer upgrades to make the levels go by more easily. Because there are a lot of levels. I would like to get through them all with you guys. Could be fun. And definitely as the levels get more in depth, you stop power washing machines and start going some places. They've got some pretty incredibly big levels. And the other thing I'm excited for is once we get through all of these, they've got PowerWash Simulator too. And if I would have half as much fun as I did with this game, I don't know, I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get that one. Already at 75%, just about. Okay, we're a little closer to 75% now. One thing that's curious, I guess it's because of the stars, right? You get, every 20% you get a star, but I tend to break it down in 25% increments, just for my own sanity. And again, we're going to try not to use, it should be a little more tame now that the whole vehicle's not covered in grime, but I will attempt not to use the grime finder. I would like to see if I could see it myself, like a true power washing veteran. Hubcap. The other thing you might notice is that the game is surprisingly British. I don't actually know if that's the case. I suppose it could be. I've never been to the UK. I don't know what the customs of the UK are, like Scotland and England and all that. How similar their naming conventions are, but like, you gonna go with that business name, or do you need me to think some up? I'm phenomenal. I thought up Grouting Thomas for the Tyler, and she's never looked back. See, like, I feel like there's a joke in there, like a pun, but I have no idea what it is. On reflection, Bonnie Tyler might have been a better fit. Now, I know who Bonnie Tyler is. But I wonder if that's like a British joke. Would British people, or I guess UK people in general, would they get that joke more than me? You tell me. But I was going to say, they say tires with a Y. They call it a bonnet instead of the hood. I think they call it a boot instead of the trunk. Which is curious because the game appears to have been published by Square Enix. And that was surprising to me. I don't really know what Square Enix publishes, to be honest. I don't really keep track of publishers in that way. I more follow developers, I think, in my video game career. Because I assume multiple people go with the same publisher, so... Unless they're like a niche publisher. Devolver Digital, for example. I like their games. I don't really know the developers of each of their games, but I recognize Devolver Digital. The opposite is kind of the case with big names like Square Enix. I assume they have published a lot. I mostly know them for like Final Fantasy. So it surprises me that they also publish PowerWash Simulator. Two very different games. But perhaps closer than you might think based on the DLC. Maybe they take place in the same universe. Interesting to think about. Okay, we are approaching 90%. Quite proud of myself. And as you can see, once you get to like the last three, they kind of tell you what it is that you're missing. You can also check your progress. If you're, like, say we get to this stage, we get down to the last three, or we think we run out of things to clean, but that hasn't popped yet. We can check our progress in the tablet for future reference. That comes in handy when you have a lot of repetitive stuff and you think you miss the fact that you didn't get something. Like, let's say there's like a row of them. Oh yeah, the grill kind of gets me just because it's hard to see in the shadows. The default is also orange, but I find that there is a surprising amount of stuff that is orange or reddish when it's clean, so it's actually kind of hard to see. Oh, windshield and windscreen. That's another interesting one. I don't think I've ever heard it called a windscreen. But as established, I'm not from the UK, so that tracks. Well, yeah, but that was the other reason it was strange to me, is because Square Enix is like a very Japanese company. Like, I have associations with Japan, I don't think England. Or the UK, or wherever they call these things the things they are. I think we live in Mucktown or something. Something muck. Now all we've got is the windscreen, so I'm gonna place our gnome where he can get in on the action here. Not because I have to do anything like that, but oh nope, he's gonna fall off. Okay, well, hit and run, buddy. I was going to try to put him on the hood like an ornament, but it appears the hood is too rounded. Oh, I'm sorry, the bonnet. Alas. I don't think there are any achievements specific to the gnomes, except for maybe, I know there's one that has like a specific place, like a place that it has to stay. But I don't think like finding them and moving them is quite the same. With that, we're done. We got the Powerful Pressure Purist, completely clean with the narrow nozzle. Is this the extraordinary Dr. PowerWash? Oh, it left. Okay. This is another thing I find satisfying. You get to watch yourself clean it in real time. It really brings that process home. You see it in real time and you see it in retrospect also. Van looks fantastic. Told you it'd be fine under the grime. I've pinged you the $100 left over from what you gave me, so that should help you get off the ground. Also, just met my new neighbor over the fence, grumbling about his dirty backyard, and told him to give you a shout. Looks like you got your first customer. Excellent. Well, thanks. I guess I'll see you tomorrow for whichever level comes, but I believe it'll be this neighbor they're talking about. We'll check the messages here. Okay, we've read those. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for joining me.